Democrat Senator Chris Coons from Delaware served as national co-chair of President Biden's reelection campaign, a close friend of the president. Good to have you here, Senator Coons. Thank you for
Thanks,
joining
Martha.
us.
Great to be on with you. I'm hoping we will all get out of here for Christmas, but as of right now, the forecast is unclear.
Okay. Well, everybody's doing their job before Christmas, so we'll get an update on the budget situation. It seems like all the folks there like to leave this until the last minute pretty much every time around. So we will watch what happens as this unfolds. It looks like they may be coming to some kind of a deal, but we're going to have a full report on that in just a moment. With regard to these continuing reports, I find it really interesting that now reporters who really spoke very little about this throughout the course of the Biden administration are suddenly now pouring out with quotes and coverage over what they're calling the diminished president in charge. This is from the Wall Street Journal. In the spring of 2021, that is right after the president took office, a national security official explained to another aide why a meeting needed to be rescheduled. Quote, he has good days and bad days. Today was a bad day, so we are going to address this issue tomorrow, the former aide recalled the official saying. When you see all of this coming out, Senator, do you reflect on it in terms of the ramifications for the country and your own responsibility to the country? You said this in February of 2024. Watch.
This is a man who is sharp, who is on top of his game.
Your thoughts as you look at all of this reporting and things from your own colleagues as well coming out.
Well, Martha, I support President Biden's record as someone who has gotten past year after year significant and consequential legislation. And you dismissed with a wave of the hand my point just a few moments ago about our getting out of here and everyone doing their work. Let's take a look at where we are and why. Weeks of negotiations where the White House played an important role, and Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate hammered out a path forward for us to get out of here on time, was thrown into chaos by a 4 a.m. tweet by Elon Musk, supported by President-elect Trump, which has produced chaos in the House of Representatives. President Biden, with 36 years of experience here in the Senate and 8 as vice president, had a steady hand in negotiations around an historic bipartisan infrastructure bill, bringing back
Senator,
manufacturing,
if I may,
growing our economy
strongly. You want to bring it to what's going on right now, and that's fine. He has not been involved in this process. We heard that essentially at the White House earlier today. I understand that you think
Martha,
it was derailed by I understand that you think it was derailed by Republicans, and that's fine. But the fact is, he was asked today, is the president involved? And he may have his reasons for wanting to stay back from this and let Republicans hash it out. But you know, the fact is, he has not been front and center on any of this.
Martha, the way you're framing it, I think misrepresents the president's role. We had a deal, Republicans and Democrats, House and Senate. Elon Musk and President-elect Trump broke it, and now they're going to have to help the House Republicans fix it. President Biden coming out and doing a press conference now or engaging in a Twitter war with the president-elect,
and they do have to
isn't
fix
necessarily his role.
You know, I mean, forgive me if I don't, you know, it's always a cliffhanger, and we watch it happen every time, and it always ends up getting worked out. And so my assumption is that it's going to happen again. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. But I do want to get back to,
I'll remind you, Martha, that in 2018, 2019, we had a 34-day shutdown.
Yes, we did. Everyone survived it. Yep.
And it cost $11 billion in wasted money
that gets
and didn't
spent
solve
by
the
the
problem.
government. We've seen the tremendous amount of debt that this government is in through spending. And when you look back at that shutdown, since you brought it up, what happens is everyone gets paid back. Barely anything actually ended up shutting down during that period. So, I mean, this idea that, you know, the country is going to fall apart if it shuts down for a little while, I just think history has proven that it doesn't actually happen. But we'll see what happens this time, and we're going to cover it very closely and fairly. But I want to ask you one more time. When you reflect on your own role in reporting how you saw President Biden and his ability to govern, knowing that the security of this country is the highest responsibility, way over any friendship or personal ties, do you have any regrets about not saying to others, look, is he fit to serve now? And is he fit to serve for another 4 years, Senator?
Look, Martha, the first time I saw an incident where President Biden seemed to me to not be on top of his game was his debate with President-elect Trump. That, for me, was a challenging moment. And it produced a several-week process where I started asking my colleagues and folks at the White House about whether they had seen anything similar.
Okay.
I do not hang out with the president on the weekends. I don't spend time with him socializing and in person. My experience with him in the time up to that debate led me to believe that he was fully capable of competently leading our nation, both from a security perspective and legislatively.
Okay.
And I'll remind you, when he became president, he inherited 3 different crises. 3,000 Americans were dying every day from the pandemic. Our economy was in free fall, and in the global stage and domestically, our economy, our public health situation, our relations with our allies, I think we're in terrible condition. President Biden ably led a recovery, both economically and from a security perspective.
Okay.
And so when I ultimately advised President Biden to step aside as my party's nominee, it was because of what I saw for the first time at that debate.
All right. Senator, thank you. We always appreciate your candidness and coming on with us. We're now learning that there were cabinet members who said that they reached out often. They were not able to get meetings with the president. They were surprised at the lack of exchange and interaction they were able to have with the president. They were often told he wasn't available to meet with them. So we're learning a lot now. And that's why I wanted to ask you how you felt looking back in it. And you've made yourself clear, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much,
Martha.
Senator Chris